What did you do this offseason to improve your game?
Really just, like I said, man, just perfecting my craft, really just, honing in and learning that inside linebacker position. I feel like, I can be the most athletic player in the world, but if I don't know my position, I'm going to look out of place every time. So I feel like if I learn how to do those things, I'll have a better outcome come time game.
With Sean on the shelf, what's that kind of like out there, especially at practice? Where you got a whole new group, especially with that first team. You're the only returning guy.
With that, the thing is that we have a lot of guys that can contribute. Even though Sean is out, I feel like it's gonna put more pressure on the guys that are, who are younger to step up. And even then, when we leave, when me and Sean leave, it's going to be the same thing when they come up. They're going to have to be those guys that have to leave. So I feel like this is really a good situation for everybody in this situation, because now it's allowing those guys to really kind of, get that feel of what it feels like to actually be a leader, actually be a starter as well.
What's your impression of Christian Miller?
Christian Miller, he's been a guy that has played his role. He hasn't complained at all. I mean, he's been that type of guy who's just been a team player, and I feel like anybody who's looking at him or this type of attention, I feel like teams need those kind of guys. Be able to understand that he may not have had that much playing time as he wanted, but to be able to come up and actually get a role now and actually play and actually forget about those things that happened in the past and just play to his ability now. I feel like those are the biggest traits about him.
How much is the patience important at Alabama when you come in as a high-profile recruit, and sometimes you have to wait till your senior year before you get to start? I mean, how much is that about patience?
With that, all it does is build character, man. You become unselfish. You become more of a guy that's about the team. And be honest with you, when you have that type of mindset, I mean, your individual, success is going to come anyway when you're thinking about the team. So I think just with those things that I've learned here overall with Coach Saban, I feel like those are the most important things that you could take here and to the next level.
First impression of Dylan?
First impression, Dylan, he's an athletic guy. I mean, that's obvious. With him, all it's really going to take is just him continue to improve as a player, and once he does that, man, the sky's the limit.
You tweeted about wanting to win the Butkus Award. Do you feel like that's a realistic goal for you?
Absolutely. I believe in that tweet, and I'm gonna keep it up there for the rest of the season.
A couple more. Did you talk to Ruben about what it takes to get that?
I really got a real good chance to really talk to him about that, but being under him and being able to watch some of the things that he's done and actually just being able to be around him, not only in the college level but on the high school level as well. I've been with him for so long. It's kind of like, if anything, I would be just another him in a way, but a little different. You know what I'm saying? We're two different guys and had two different type of abilities though. But at the same time, I feel like the way he approached the game itself, I feel like I'm approached the same way he did.
When talking about Christian the other day, Nick talked about converting speed to power, and so what is that? How does that happen? I guess how do you learn that?
As far as like pass rushing, being able to not only just be finesse, but be able to use power. Sometimes whenever we're rushing, we'll get past the quarterback. That allows the quarterback to break the pocket and, scramble, do all the other stuff. I feel like now with us, using speed to power, when we do that, we can collapse the pocket, which gives that quarterback, not a lot of chances to really be able to throw and also be able to escape as well. So I feel like that's what he's basically saying.